What's going on, guys? What's going on? It's your boy Dwayne. Always Accurate Tech Talk. If it's your first time here, please consider clicking that like button and subscribe to our channel. Yeah, I try to make videos at least once a week, guys, if I can get around to it. But anyway, let me get to it. If you ever thought about buying computers on eBay, then watch this video. All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Finally buckled down and decided I was going to start my home lab. So what I did, I was on YouTube and I was watching a video by Jeff from Craft Computing. And Jeff was saying that, that he purchased these servers off of eBay. So I was always skeptical about buying computers off of eBay because you never know what you're going to get. So, after watching this video, I decided I would go out and venture and get me a couple servers here. Was always interested in enterprise grade computer stuff, but could never really afford it. It's pretty expensive when you actually get into the actual computer part, the actual enterprise level stuff. So there's a market out there for reused enterprise equipment. So old enterprise equipment. So what companies do after they've had the equipment for so many years, then they go ahead and recommission and get the latest and greatest. So decided I would start my lab. I wanted to learn about enterprise computing, so I went out and I think in a couple of videos back, I was talking about virtualization. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about virtualization. I never really understood it, so went out and bought me a computer. This computer, which is from a company called Zeus, I think it's called. I've seen them brand as Chinberg servers, but I think this is Zeus. So in order to have a virtualization server, you got to have a lot of like cores, RAM, all kind of stuff to run that computer. So I decided I'd go out and buy me one. So what I did here, I went out and purchased this server right here. This server is actually, it's a 20 Xeon 2670 V2. So this is a 10 core, it's two 10 core processors. It's a version 2 and it has 32 gigs of RAM. The good thing about this server, guys, is this server right here, I got this for $222 and it came with the rails. So let's take a look in it and see what actually got here. One thing about this computer is that what you will find out is that it doesn't, put this down here. It doesn't come with a lot in it. So let's see, check the overhead camera here, make sure everything's all right. Yeah, everything's good. So as you can see, it comes with one PCIe 6x16 slot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that particular slot and I'm gonna put me a 10 gig NIC in there, and then I should be able to run 10 gigabit to my computers, to all my servers in my lab. When I got it, it's pretty good. I mean, the build was good. It wasn't like, you would think like it's an old server from somebody's business, so it was going to be a piece of crap, but it wasn't. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty clean here. You can see the top here. I mean, it's a pretty nice server. Like I say, it has two CPUs in it, and I always wanted me a CPU. Let's see if we can get this thing open. It's bugged back down, but there you go. It has two CPU cores in there. I mean, each one of these sockets is actually 10 cores. So, and it comes with 32 gigs of RAM. And that's crazy because we're not even using all the slots. Look at that. We still got more space. So I can add more RAM to this thing. And if I add more RAM to it, make it beefier. All right. So with 10 cores and 20 threads, I should be good. It has 4 fans. When you start it up, it's a little loud. I saw what set came. It does have two SATA ports, so you can hook. I got SSDs in mine, but you can put 2 SSDs, two 2.5-inch drives. Power supply came with it, and it came with the actual rails for the server. So can't beat that, guys. Can't beat that for $220. Now, one thing that stopped me, like I said, I don't have a lot of a lot of experience with server grade computers, but I'm used to, since I've been building computers, I use the UEFI. So I usually use that, and because I'm used to that, when I got into this computer, one issue I had was both of these servers came with the ability to network boot or proxy boot. So that means you would have a computer somewhere on the actual network and it would boot from that computer. I was stumped. So it has old BIOS. I didn't know if the old BIOS was gonna work with the new stuff. So after I figured out how to turn the network booting part of it off, everything was good to go. I installed the Kingston 120 gigabyte SSD in it, and then I went ahead and installed Proxmox on it. So this computer currently is running Proxmox, and Proxmox did recognize the NICs on the back of it. So it has VGA, it has IPMI network port, and it has two 1 gigabit LANs. So it only have two USB ports. And those are USB 2.0, and it comes with its own power supply. So all in all, for $220, guys, if you're looking for a network server to run any kind of virtualization, I think this is going to be a pretty good virtualization server. I'm still waiting on the, I ordered a network array of 2.5-inch discs. So I'm still waiting on that to come in. And that's going to probably be my high availability storage for this. I'm not going to use the other server that I have here for this. So I'm going to use another network drive. So let's put the top back on this. Let's take a look at the other server, guys. Hey, I'm glad I got a chance to look at Jeff's video, because I was always looking for another server. You know, I was gonna buy me like an Epic, something like that, right? You know, high core count computer, but I can't really afford that. So when I saw this for $120 some, for $220, I was happy. All right, this is the next server. The only thing I tell you about this server is extremely long, so it barely fits in my server cabinet. So, and it unhooks from the front. Now this one did not come with the rails at all, so you will have to actually purchase the rails. But it was part of the kit. There was a part of the kit where you could purchase the rails. So it didn't come with the rails included. The other server did come with the rails included. So let's take a look at this one. The beauty of this server is that, first of all, I installed the network card here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is a 10 gigabit NIC. I had to purchase this riser card. It did not come with that riser card. It was like, say $30 for the riser card. And if you buy the server and everything together, then they'll just put it in there for you. It was already installed when I got it. This is a 1230 V2. It's a 4-core, 8-thread CPU, so it's okay. It's gonna do what I want it to do. The beauty of this server is it comes with 12 3.5-inch drive bays. 12. Already on there, it came with all the cables were already installed, all the SATA ports, everything was already in there. So again, thanks to Jeff, man. I'm glad he found this, because it's easy. It's a 1U chassis and holds 12 hard drives. It does have, over here, it has it has one 2.5-inch drive port where you can install, let's see if we can get in this frame here, right here. It has a 2.5-inch drive bay. I could not get the screws to fix, but to fit the 2.5-inch drive, and it fits upside down. It doesn't fit normal. So what I did is put a piece of 2.5-inch tape in there, and it works fine. Yay! So that was good to go. This computer is gonna be backup for my actual, my TrueNAS server, the server that I usually edit off of and do all that kind of stuff. This is gonna be backup for that. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna work off of that TrueNAS server, and then it's gonna back up all my data sets to this hard drive, and then to this server, and then off of this server it's gonna go into, I'm thinking about switching. I'm currently using CrashPlan, but I'm gonna switch to Blackblaze, because Blackblaze work with TrueNAS. So it's gonna go back it up to Backblaze. So that'll give me my 3, 2, 1 backups that I need. So it'll be, I should be good to go with that. It has a little piece of plastic just like the other one. And as you can see, the CPU fan and everything, it's about the same. It only came with 8 gigs of RAM, and that's one of the reasons that I have not commissioned this server yet, because I'm probably gonna put about, I wanna say right at probably 20 terabytes in here, 20, 30 terabytes. So I'm gonna start off with about 20, 25 terabytes, and then being backed up. I'm not gonna back up any of my CCTV stuff. I was gonna do that, but I said, no, I ain't gonna do that. So that'll be about 5 4.5-inch drives. So that's, 5 4 terabyte, 3.5-inch drives in here, and should be good to go, should be good to go. I have a server, a storage network, which only thing on that network is when one of the machines need to access storage, then it, layer 3 routing, it routes over to that network and pulls the data that it needs and comes back. So this 10 gigabit NIC is going to be switched out for a 25 gigabit NIC. So it's going to be a 25 gigabit NIC on that network, and then my other TrueNAS server has a 25 gigabit NIC in it as well. So those two, I should be able to upload and transfer files pretty easy at 25 gigabits a second. Looking forward to that. This has about the same amount of I/O in the back. The problem with this is that TrueNAS does not recognize the NICs on this board. So if you get this machine, you will actually have to get you another NIC, whether it's a 1 gigabit or a 10 gigabit, NIC. They're pretty inexpensive right now. So you can pick one of those up, and then you should be able to work with that. So looking forward to getting everything up and running. But like I said, this server is pretty long. So when you buy it, understand that it's probably not going to fit in your rack, and you're going to need rails unless you're going to put it on the shelf. So, but it does have 12 hard drives. You can put 12 hard drives in a 1U chassis, and it is not loud. It is extremely quiet. So, but that's all I have on this, guys. I just wanted to do a quick video to let you guys know about some of the projects that I have coming up. This thing is a bear to get back together. So it has one screw in the front. That's the good thing about it, but it has these little slots on the side that you slide forward and then screw it in the front. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but so. All right, guys, that's all I have at this time. Check back with me once I get everything up and running. I'm gonna once I get my storage array in, and I gotta get the air conditioning installed in my garage, and then I'm gonna put some more insulation and get my garage door and everything up and running. So this is a project that's gonna be going on for the next couple of months. See, I'm moving all my server equipment out of my office into my garage. So I got a couple projects in the making that's gonna, like, okay, once I get everything done and I can control the climate, the temperature and everything in the garage, then I'll go ahead and start putting these servers on there. But this server is currently running TrueNAS. I have tested out, and this is another one. It boots off the network, so make sure you know how to turn that off. Once you turn it off and you can boot from the hard drive, then it should be up and running. If you're a newbie to enterprise grade equipment like I am, then it's going to be a lot of Googling and trying to figure this thing out. So, but it wasn't too hard. I think 4 cores and 8 threads should be good enough. And this thing, the good thing is this thing turbos up to 3.3 gigahertz on all cores. So that's going to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. So, but that's all I have at this time, guys. If you like this kind of information, please consider subscribing to our channel. Check back later hit that notification bell. Check back later for any upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, take it easy and be safe out there. All right, bye.